and welcome back to Jonah's boxing vlog with me, Jonah,
Eddie Morris,
Adrian Houldey.
Adrian Houldey.
and because I've been doing, because we are doing that again, because we have over the sound everything, so this is going to be an awesome interview.
Right, you both ready, lads?
Yes.
Round two.
Round
two, here we go.
Ding ding. Right, AD, tell us a little bit where you grew up and what sort of age you went into boxing.
Well, I lived in Tipton first. We used to move houses a lot for some reason. I don't know why, but we just did. But we was moving to Friar Park. But it landed. If I did live with my uncle and auntie, it meant me starting at Willingsworth School, and I was moving in. It was a bit pointless sort of thing. So I think I'd done my fair share at Willingsworth, and it was the second year I started at Wellensborough, because it was the way it felt. The way we moved.
It's Willingsworth.
Yeah.
It's Willingsworth.
Yeah.
What sort of ages were when you come on to Wednesbury?
I must have that wrong, because I still must have been living at Tipton, because I was 10 when I started, when I went into the gym for the first time.
Is that Wednesbury IBC, yeah?
Yeah, I've only ever been to Wednesbury, yeah.
Right. So he's 10 years old, gone into the gym for the first time. What's your first impressions of walking in there?
It wasn't so bad, really, because it was like I was going on my own. I'd got my cousins, and they'd been going, I don't know how long they'd been like before I'd got there, but they'd obviously been there before me, so I just tagged along with them.
Do you have many other lads off the estate in the boxing at the same time then?
I think they was all quite local, but I didn't know nobody because I moved from
Tipton, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Tipton.
So
and where about you moved to Booth Road? Is that when you moved to Booth Road then?
Booth Road, yeah.
Right, so you've gone into the gym for the first time. So 10, just starting your first training sessions.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a bit about your first training sessions?
I'm trying to think now. It's been a while, eh? It was, like I say, I went with cousins and I just followed them, really, what they did. And
Out with nerves.
Yeah,
because you want to get with family members and whatever.
You know, I mean, when you go on your own, it's daunting.
Yeah, very daunting.
You know, but like I say, it wasn't bad because I had them to.
How did you find the training as a kid?
Once I got my fitness level up, I could, I could train. It wouldn't affect me. The only thing I couldn't do was morning training. I couldn't do morning training, like do a run. I couldn't do it.
I had to get out of bed.
I could get out of bed.
Yeah,
but I couldn't get that second wind.
Yeah.
So no matter how far I run, overnight I could run. Once I got over the first mile and a half, I could run as far as I wanted. But I had to stop. But for some reason, morning training, I could never do it. I just couldn't get that second breath.
Yeah.
Mad, really.
So you're at Wednesbury now, first season, coming up to, what age was you when you went for your medical?
I was 11, but I should have had it before I did. But I injured myself over bloody Menzies School.
Yeah.
Wellensborough against Menzies. You know, anyway, you used to have
You
tear like
fisticuffs.
Yes, and what I'd done, I was on this patch of land and there was a brick, and I cut my ankle. I had to have 4 stitches in it.
All right.
And it killed me because I couldn't have my medical. So because you had to wait then for the doctor to come round
of course,
again.
and he was like,
which was probably been enough
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah, so that. Yeah.
So you've had your medical now. Do you remember much about your first season? How many fights you had, wins, loses, how tough it was?
I won my first 5. Yeah, I won my first 5, and I boxed a lad named, I think it was David Harris from Telford. I think that's the lad. It might be him. Well, that was either my 6th fight or first fight. I can't remember. I think it was him.
For everybody looking, this is Aid in the yellow as we just have a quick zoom in. Was that your first loss, was it, Aid?
I think it might have been, yeah. It was my 6th fight, and I lost. It was very rough and totally different to the last 5 opponents, which I.
Did it put you off at all being so young? That first loss?
It was nice because I was thinking through the fight, bloody hell, these kids are roughing. Like, you know, it was hard work. But then, you know, I got through that fight, I took the loss and trained hard, and I went to about another 10 or 15 unbeaten then.
Is that in your first season? Was that in your first season?
Yeah, I probably had about, I don't know, we boxed regular day when we was younger. I probably had about, I don't know, 14 or something.
I had 14 my first
season.
I had 14 my first season.
I mean, because as long as you don't get stopped, you could box every week, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It was when you had a loss, you had to have a few breaks off.
No, it's if you got stopped.
Oh, if you got stopped,
you'd have 28 days.
Yeah, no, I see.
Yeah,
like, can we just coming into like the gloves? Just look how old I am, and you know, he's like, we like have a pair of gloves, and like, yeah, we'd all have to wear it.
Yeah.
When we like, we'd have to like going through each. I mean, it's like, yeah, we had to box through some.
You're going in the gyms now, they're all.
Yeah, all lined up for you.
Yeah.
I actually love movies in there. Yeah, there's nothing like in the padding.
What was the gloves and the padding and the equipment like in your first season?
It was the same every season.
It never changed.
It was old.
The same gloves for me 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
And some of them with holes in, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like holes, like actual holes, like in the gloves.
It was. I mean, it's nothing like now, is it? Where I mean, all the equipment now is all high tech.
Yeah.
You know, top gear. We had to just make do with. I mean, them gloves would be illegal now, surely, wouldn't they?
How many ounces in them would you reckon?
There should have been 8, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
But they look about 12.
They look massive. Well, you know, if you look at that in his head, yeah, you can kind of see.
So you 14 8-ounce gloves back when you was juniors?
Yeah, there was that 8, were they?
8
ounce, yeah.
8 ounce when you was at schoolboy. Yeah, sure there was.
So after your first season, do you remember going into your second season of boxing, was you a bit more confident and all ready for it?
Yeah, the second season was, because I'd be 12 when I sold, that would be, I think that'd be the first schoolboy season, wouldn't it?
First year schoolboys.
Yeah.
It's in your second year, like you're saying, is it?
Yeah.
But when you go
it is.
to the schoolboys.
Because I think you can go in the schools 3 times, go you?
4, isn't he?
Is it 4, is he?
4 times.
Yeah. The schoolboy
12,
championships.
13, 14, 15, isn't it?
Yeah, it was 4 that morning. Schoolboy championships was. There was always everybody wanted to win that. Yeah.
That was the special one to win.
Yeah, I think it was because it was your first one.
Was that fighting against other local boxing clubs, or was it like Midlands based or national based for the schoolboys?
You'd have your schoolboys. You'd have your first round, second round, third, and then you'd have your Midlands final.
And then like your regional final and your national final, would it go like that? Regions for each area?
South Staffs, wouldn't you?
That's final. Birmingham final.
Yeah.
West Midlands final. Midlands final. And quarters,
semi final. Yeah. We would have the Welsh in the quarters.
And then us,
the North.
The North, and then us in the South.
And the South in the final.
Do you remember your first schoolboys? How did you get on?
I lost in the final.
Lost? Oh, that would have been devastating.
Broke my heart. I don't know whether it was bad luck or
Fiction fighting in London.
But what it was, we had 3, didn't we? We had 3 in the final.
Yeah.
There was me, Andy Lester, and a lad named Dave Baggett. It was a close fight. I boxed a kid from London, West Ham, Benny Stafford.
I have a picture of that, don't we, with him, Andy and Baggett. But go on, actually.
And I was on last. Andy won, Dave won, and I probably still wouldn't have got it because the lad was from West Ham, which is a big club, really.
Yeah.
Back in the day, well, it still probably am. And I lost on a split decision, and it was devastating.
All that way. You get to the point, and as you mentioned, it is like heartbreaking age because we like in that ring, like you like had to be tough. You like when you lose, you have to be all when you're out that ring and you're like,
graceful in defeat. I was always told, be graceful in defeat.
But,
always keep your head up high.
that took a lot of getting over, that did.
I can imagine.
A lot of getting over.
And I bet you come back with vengeance in the next year.
No, I lost in the semi-final to Paul Ingle.
Another big name there, folks. Adrian Houldey fighting Paul Ingle in the school boys.
Yeah.
Was you 13 then? 13?
I boxed. I had 4 fights up to Paul Ingle. I stopped everyone in the first round. Not, just off the jab, that was all.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big puncher, really, but just accurate.
Accurate, very accurate. Well, you're right.
And,
very accurate.
We both weighed at the same time. I seen this little kid. I was about 10 foot taller. This little kid with big ears, and I thought, yes, I'll win this. I'm in the final again. I'm definitely going to win it. And I lost on a split decision again. But it could have gone either way. So it was like the final, and he couldn't really mark.
What did Paul Ingle go on to win?
Yeah. I'd never heard of him up until I boxed him. But then, once he won that score by that year, he went on to win. He went to Olympics.
Every year. Yeah. Every single year, what day
he was in every final.
Yeah, in every final. Yeah.
And I was on the England squad with him, and he was well champion.
Do you remember who was training you in them days at Wednesbury ABC?
Yeah. When I got there, it was Lenny Wilkes was the main coach. But Len was only there. Well, Len was there years, but Errol sort of took over.
He was a new breed, wasn't he, Errol?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like a new breed.
He was young,
yeah, hungry.
Yeah.
And you know, I was say, was Errol, like and Wilkes, he was. Lenny Wilkes was old school, but he had a lot of patience, and it meant Errol, like, you had to do that, do this, that.
Yeah.
And you know, like, any laziness, and then Errol, like, well.
Who else was out there coaching? So you had Errol, Lenny Wilkes. Who else was there back then?
Soy.
Nelson.
Nelson, Soy, the little Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Paul Alpin. Oh, Bob.
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby Plant. He
helped
as well.
He's finger now. He's on pros. Any Bob.
Yeah. He does all the. He's a cook name.
Yeah.
So
in your first few seasons,
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
In your first few seasons, did you win many trophies and medals and prizes?
Yeah. I after I lost in the semi-finals of the schools, I could then enter the junior ABAs, AMP, which I won both.
Brilliant.
Was that when you was 13, 14, man?
Yeah. I won Class A, and then you can enter again the following season, Class B, and I won them as well. And I won the NABCs, and I lost in the final.
You was busy in that season. How many fights you had in that season then?
I think you'd average about between 15 and 21. It depended if you was in the championships, wouldn't you? Because obviously you'd have more fights if you was in the championships.
And was you still fighting on regular shows for the club as well as championships to take that momentum up?
Yeah, but what I did notice, the better you got,
you had to make favour of field. You had to
and you had less fights. Yeah. It was harder to match.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you know, you'd have to go on the Midland squads.
Yeah.
There was not many. There weren't many fighters, you know, local. You'd have to, like you say, give favour to field and fight.
Yeah, once you'd stepped up, you were doing that. Nobody local's going to say, "I'll get him with Adrian." So,
no.
Was there many clubs local still then, for your inter-club boxing?
Oh, there's loads.
Yeah, there was. I mean, there's more now, but like there was. Yeah, there was still quite.
You'd have had like your Walsall, your Dudley,
Pleck,
Wolverhampton, Pleck,
Windmill, Jimmy Windmill,
Bilston Garden Gloves.
Jimmy Windmill, he's a funny bloke and all. Jimmy Windmill,
he's
Noah's.
Yeah.
And I'll tell me for years that somebody booted him and also kicked him in the face.
Yeah, I heard that.
And well, I asked him the once. Shut up. Who tells you that? His nose was like that. You got kicked in the nose, my horse. Yes, okay, yes, we're coming up to the end of
part one.
Yes, thank you. And we will We will be back shortly with part 2, everybody. Thank you very much. Hello, and welcome back here to Jonah's Boxing Vlog, part 2, with myself, Eddie, and Adrian Houldey.
Welcome back, lads. Right, so we've gone through the early stages of your boxing career. You're about 14 years old now. You've had your first experience in the schoolboys, a few local championships. Coming up to 15 now. Find the training getting more difficult and more harder?
Yeah, because I thought it was getting harder because you stepped up in levels every season. I think you went that little notch.
Opponents getting more tougher.
Yeah, and we always trained hard, but I just think you had to put that a bit more in, because don't forget, once you reach 17, was only boxing 3 1.5s.
Yeah.
Up to 17.
Yeah.
Would it be 17, 16?
No,
now?
about 15. You
15.
can box 2 minutes.
Then we get 3-2s, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
3-2 minutes up. That was up from the age of, I think, 15 to 17.
17 minutes up to 3 minutes.
And then once you reach 17, 3-3s.
3 minutes.
And that was a long while.
So in your training, do you want to tell people a little bit about the training, what you had to do, the banks, the run round the block, a bit of your pad work, how many rounds on the bag?
You'd always start off with a road run, wouldn't you, John?
Yeah.
Especially if it was winter, you'd get your road done. Back to the gym. You'd do your shadow boxing when you're skipping.
Yeah.
And you'd do your circuits.
Into groups, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You plus into groups.
I don't think we sparred that much, did you? Really?
Oh, no.
You get some clubs that are sparring clubs. They're sparring all the while.
Yeah.
Whether it's because we was too old to set a ring up. I don't know. But we used to put the benches out for us, remember?
Yeah.
We used to have the benches. But I don't think we was that much for sparring.
Oversparred, wasn't we?
No.
Yeah, no, we wasn't oversparred.
I mean, we done it.
If we ever done it, we went to, say, like, what's it called? Briley Hill Boxing Club, maybe a boxing
Merrill.
club. Or Windmill.
Yeah.
We'd go over there and we'd like to pass sparring then.
So in your first few seasons now, do you want to tell us about a few of the venues you attended and the atmosphere and what it was like in the venues? Some of the rough ones and some of the good ones.
Yeah, I've boxed at plenty good ones.
Yeah.
But boxed at plenty bad ones. The arm shows was nice because you'd have all your support, and I used to sell quite a few tickets back in the day. There's only £3. I was looking today, Wednesday, put something on Facebook, 15 quid a ticket. £3 would it when we was boxing.
Did you have good support, good following when you was younger?
Yeah.
A lot of family follow you?
Family and friends, yeah. I could sell, I don't know, probably 50 tickets, which was a lot, really, would it?
Yeah, it was.
You know, considering like our home shows, it probably only held 200.
Yeah.
And I could probably sell 50.
What was one of your best venues that you did? One of the best ones you went to?
I don't know. Ponder, I like the Ponder.
Yeah, Ponder was good.
Ponder was good.
And Patent Shaft was another one, wasn't he?
Yeah, we boxed there, Patent Shaft. That was nice, that was. I boxed there, and the headmaster and the deputy head, Mr. Ames and Mr. Lowe, they even come to watch me.
Oh, so that's welcome.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know what year it was, I'd done well, like, in the one season. And I've still got the letter now, I'll get it, yeah. It was off the school governors, and it was nothing about anything to do with school, maths or anything like that. He was just congratulating me on my boxing success.
Fantastic.
I'll get you that.
But he got you out of bones work, really, Dave. I called him homework tonight. I've got to go to the gym.
Yeah. That thing off of school was probably one of the best things I had to give me.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was good.
So you're boxing now. Last few years before you were hitting like 16. What would you say your record was up to the age of 16? You suffered many losses over the first 4 or 5 years of boxing?
Nah.
Was you feeling confident now going into young adulthood?
Yeah. Like I say, I'd won titles, and I used to lose many. So if you ain't losing many and you're winning titles, your confidence is quite sky high.
Yeah.
You know, so I was looking forward to going into the seniors.
So, what age was you picked amateur to fight for your club, like for your country, England?
The first time I went to Crystal Palace was, if you won the NABCs, they sent you to Crystal Palace to train at Crystal Palace. It was some of what they'd done. They used to give you the week's training at Crystal Palace if you won this NABCs, which I won. So I'd have been like 16.
And you're just going all the way. Was you having to travel there yourself, or did you have
London, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was in London, Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Did you have to catch a train and buses, or?
Yeah, I still remember it now. It was from my house in from Tipton train station to New Street. From New Street on train to Euston. Yeah. From Euston on the underground to Balham, and another train from Balham to Crystal Palace.
Wow.
With a big massive bag on your shoulder at the age of 16.
And many other lads from the Midlands down there, or it was like a one-man mission?
There'd be one or two from the Midlands. It depends when sometimes there'd be nobody from the Midlands.
Yeah.
And then the next time you go, there could be one or two or three.
So you've been selected for the young England squad now.
Yeah.
Was it the same Wednesday trainers who trained you back then, or was it like England trainers?
No, I think it was totally different. You was on the squad. You had to live there. You'd give for the week, weeks on end. So like 7 o'clock, they'd get you up in the morning. You'd have to be. You'd be weighed before 7:30. You'd be on the Crystal Palace running track doing your sprints.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I couldn't train in the morning, killed me.
Yeah.
So that first training session of the morning, so 7:30 in the morning, couldn't get the second breath, and I've never been able to do it all through my career. And then you train from 7:30, you do an hour sprints, check your weight 3 times a day, they'd weigh you. And then you do your second one 11:30 till about 1:30. You do your bags, pads, and your technique, and then from 5 till about 6:30, you do your sparring then with the top kids.
Top kids.
Yeah.
And that'll be obviously all the England squad lads, or was you fighting, bringing people into spar with you, or was just all yourselves?
Yeah.
So you get spar against some of the older ones, some slightly younger, mixed ages, sizes.
Yeah.
So
you was with the best of the best.
You was with the best in the country.
Yeah. Well, when I think I was in 1990. There was me and Ahmed Nassim was there, and some Ardy kid like I'd already boxed as well.
Yeah.
And us three there, and him was exactly the same as a kid.
Yeah.
Cocky, arrogant, and
that was the first time I saw
Crystal
him.
Palace going lights out.
Yeah.
Lights out. I think everybody's getting into me.
Any other big names back then when you was at Crystal Palace?
There was a lad, Alan Vaughan. He went to Olympics. I boxed him.
He's a good boxer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the England captain. You got full England when I was there. You got like Ron McCracken, Robin Reid, Richie Woodall. It was when Richie, would that be 88 when he won the bronze? Was it Seoul?
Yeah, it was.
It was, wasn't he? They was there then, and we thought like the training was hard. Our last session would be about 5 till about 6:30, something like that. They were still doing sprints at 10:30 at night on the track. Wow. We was looking out the window, and they'd put the floodlights on, and they was on doing their last session. That was their 4th session.
Do you remember your first fight for England?
Yeah, I boxed at. It was in a nice place actually. It was in a posh hotel in London.
Hilton.
Yeah. I boxed at the Hilton against the one opponent, and the other was, I don't know, it was a Lancaster or some nice posh top of the hotel top floor. It was
Penthouse Suite.
Yeah, it was
First year for England, did you have many fights?
I boxed twice in total. I beat the Scottish lad, and I airboxed very well against the Hungarian, and I lost on a split decision, but I airboxed very well.
What we like to say about England shirts, folks, I just point out your England shirt here. Collecting these England shirts is like collecting England caps in football. You have to be extra special to get one in boxing and get picked to fight for your country.
And that they give you a badge,
Yeah, the
which
rose.
I've got. Yeah, it's black, and you only get one of them.
Yeah.
I've still got mine. You can box for England 100 times, but you'll only get this one badge once. You never get another.
Do you remember what year you had that? Was it 17, 18?
I would be 17, I think.
So, nice to see it in a frame and collected there.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Is that when you all fought for England at the same sort of time then?
No, it was a different time, wasn't it?
Different year.
Because we're different.
I boxed in England in 1990.
Yeah.
And I was 88, did you say?
About that, yeah.
Or sort of in 88, 89. But yeah, I mean, what like to say, yeah, we may need. This is like actual England, fight for England. I fought for England, but it was Young England.
Yeah.
Young England, Young England schools. I didn't. Well, actually, I did it for fight for England. But you mean like it wasn't the England like you recognised seniors where you have these badges. We had England written on the back.
English schools.
Yeah.
Well, as you was younger, you made the papers quite a lot. Let's just show some of the viewers at home some of these. Adrian Houldey, Jura Trace hat-tricks. How old was you there, Aid?
Well, you was in the quarterfinals against like Gavin Rees there, so you'd have been about
11.
15.
Oh, you fought at Ellesmere Ford?
Yeah.
I think on this one, it was on your final year. It was being in this one.
One time.
Yeah,
MBCs, yeah.
Do you mean because if I'm in it, and then you would have been at the final year.
Yeah.
It must have been when you lost to Ingle.
Yeah.
Is this it when you reached quarterfinals?
I can't guarantee that.
If we was to manage to get 8 scrapbook round here, folks, should be amazing.
Yeah.
All these will be on our social media for you all to have a read through later on. So you can have a little flick through them. Houldey worked for the Crown.
I was to say, Houldey made he had to work for the Crown. He worked for it, but he had his own day, right? You brought it home.
Yeah.
D-Day for Houldey.
How he chased his title.
Young Bill for Young Boxers. Wow, so you was in Merciless. Was that your nickname back then, was it?
No, it was just a run I had in the schools, and I stopped every opponent in the first round up to the semi-finals when I fought Ingle. I just never got over the first round. I stopped everyone.
So your first few years now fighting for England, was the fights really, really tough? Was anybody who went on to do anything in England, like become famous after fighting?
Just trying to think. I mean, you forget sometimes who was on there with you. I mean, some of the kids on the squad, they're the best in the country.
Yes,
that's why them on in the squad. I met them all. Like I said earlier, McCracken, they was on the squad. Jimmy Reynolds, he was another top amateur. Sean Cooper was on there. The Ramses
was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. From Robin Reed, he was world champion.
Yeah, Robin Reed as well.
Richie, they all done well. Richie was world champion. Well, they all done well.
And what was one of the worst venues you probably boxed at for England?
There was no.
It was all nice, posh, all stepped up from your schoolboy days.
Yeah.
Amazing. And was it all around the UK you'd travel? Like Newcastle, Liverpool, Manchester?
In the championships, you could box all over the country.
And the Midland squad, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Midland squad, you could box anywhere.
Well, you went to Ireland, you were in the Midlands, didn't you?
You know what I've done? This is unbelievable. The 3 weekends running, I boxed in Jersey, where Gaz was, Ireland and Norway. 3 weekends running. Brilliant. I went away.
And won.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take a short break now, folks.
Okay,
We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Hello, welcome back to Jonah's blog part 3 with me and Jonah,
Eddie Morris and Adrian Houldey.
And Adrian Houldey, the big Aid.
Right, we're just talking about Aid's early England days and venues and that. We just want a little mention about the publicity the fighters got back then. So, Aid wants to say a few things and take it away, Aid.
But nearly every week there was someone from our gym in some sort of paper. You got
at least one of us.
Yeah, you got the Black Country Bugle, worry.
We had Newers.
Sporting Argos.
But the Chronicle.
Express
Star.
Every week, I would say there was somebody from the gym in our gym was in the paper.
Yeah.
But I've mentioned it to other people as well on Facebook not long ago. What's happened to the publicity?
Yeah.
Where's the publicity gone, folks? Is anybody actually turning up at your gyms with other gym members? Can anybody tell us? Or coaches? Do you get anybody from the paper come down and ask how your lads to get on? Or do you have to send it to the newspapers yourself? Obviously, there's no social media or anything back then. No camera phones. So basically, to get in the paper like we got on the screen here today, will take somebody to get you in the paper. Or write to the paper.
But the papers was there though, all the time in our gym, wasn't there?
Yeah.
All the time.
The papers went to the venues back then.
Yeah.
So
at home shows.
Yeah, so somebody would be taking notes and taking the pictures for the papers themselves.
They would
put in the boxing news, wouldn't they?
Yeah, there'd be somebody who would send the results into the papers. If they want a reporter come, there would be somebody send the results in. So that
in the championships, like say like when we was like in the any one of them, we was always in the paper, wasn't we?
Yeah.
Do you mean it's like say here now, what is it? Wednesday boxers the quarterfinals, and then it'd always be Wednesday boxers in the semi-finals. Wednesday boxers reach the final. Yeah, all the time.
So Aid made it to the papers. Well, how many cuttings would you say you got, Aid, from over your years? Hundreds. So he was in the paper quite regularly. So he was quite a celebrity in the Midlands, really, in the boxing game.
Wednesday wasn't he? Yeah. He was massive.
Yeah. My mum and dad, they kept all the cuttings. I'll bring it in.
Yeah,
did you keep many of your trophies, Aid?
No, I've got 3. Where I won the junior IBAs. I'd taken them my mum's for a while, but it was quite a few years. And they said, if you don't come down by the weekend, they're all going. So there was about, I don't know, 180 trophies, all in a skip. So when they put the skip up, they must have gone, bloody hell, look at this. I had 130 amateur.
130 amateur fights?
Yeah.
How many wins?
About the 100 mark.
Well,
yeah, about 100.
And back in the amateur days, what were some of your toughest fights do you remember having? What sort of age group was you when they started getting really, really tough?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, well, so every time you like say like you mean like the championships, what can you reach? Yeah, you say like say well actually them odd anyway. But say like you can first out second third round in the Midland final. That is when it begins to get tougher from there down because you're in the Midland final, when you've got your quarters, your semi-finals.
Obviously, training's getting tougher now. You've got to put more road work in, more pad work, sparring.
A lot of boxers are unlucky in certain weights when they reach the Midlands final. I mean, I had a couple that was top lads in mine. I just fell short of the hurdle. There was Stephen Bendel. He was world champion. Another lad, Mark Santini, I met him in those all splits. But I reckon if I could have got out of the Midlands, I reckon the Midlands final was probably the hardest fight you would have got.
Yeah.
In Miles Championships, especially in the seniors. You know, it has been proved because everybody who lost to went on to winning. So that just proves to me that Midlands
you was
final,
fighting the best then.
Yeah, you was fighting the best in that in that.
And you won your vest as well, didn't you? As well, your Midlands vest. I won them every year. I won one every single year.
What were some of the prizes? I heard like a few rumours as to your prizes at different venues if you won, like a toaster, a kettle, an amp or things like that. You remember some of the prizes you used to come back with?
Crystal glass,
crystal chandelier. So not chandelier, crystal glasses.
Range. There's a Rolls Royce car radio. I think the senior, like in a schoolboy, early abouts, like on the night, the prizes were that good. They saved them for the older lads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The old, like the seniors got the better.
Did you ever get any pocket money or a bit of backhanders off your trainers back then if you'd done good, or a little drink or little collections for you back then?
I got £20 for it for boxing.
£20. Oh, that was quite a bit of money back then as well.
It was. I used to get 20.
Did you work when you were 16 along with your training?
Yeah, I was. I'd probably put the two worst things I could have put: boxing and scaffolding.
On scaffolding? So straight in a young age, straight on the tubes?
So I'd be scaffolding all day, training at night, or boxing at night.
Fair play. So you was getting quite a little stocky lad then at 16, 17?
Well,
it keeps you fit.
Scaffolding keeps you fit.
Yeah.
I did try it. I don't like it.
I still don't like it.
Right,
I think it as well. Right, Joe, when we always had every year on the arm shows. We'd have every year we'd have a cup. What we put for the box of the year.
Yeah.
I never won that because I didn't get you to seniors, but I won junior boxer of the year for 3 seasons. Yeah. I think you won the best boxer of the year, didn't you, Aid? Yeah. And it was a big massive.
And I won the senior.
So how many times did you win that?
Twice, I think. I shared it the one season with. I can't remember who it was. I've actually got a picture with all my trophies.
It's in the middle of
it. And
it.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Yeah,
it's in there. This cup, and you'd have your name engraved on it.
Yeah.
And that would get next year. You'd have to give it back to somebody else. Name on there.
Yeah. And you got the final. Like our final show of the season, and then.
And that dated back a few years.
To get your name on there twice, that's well good.
I won the placard because it was a shield. It was a little shield, and I won that at the age of 12, 14, and 15, I think. I won it like my first year when I'd had 14 fights and lost 2, and they had me in the ring in the interval. Yeah, with a rope, skipping with a rope for about half an hour.
No, it was nice.
Did you still have the same trainers as you was back 13, 14, 15, right up to when you're 16, 17?
Yeah.
So they never changed trainers, it was still the same trainers, just a bit tougher on everything now.
Yeah, some kids move clubs down the job.
Yeah.
You got any fonder memories from the gym? Any funny stories you want to tell us?
Yeah, I've got a good one. Big Bran.
Brandon Summers, you monsoon, Bran.
Yeah, we'd like to get you on here, Bran.
I don't know why, but Bran always likes to drive around in a transit van. I think he thinks he's a bit of a pikey day.
Yeah.
And we'd finished training. It was in the winter, and I'd got this old Escort Mark II ready, and I got in the driver's seat. I was clearing the screen. And Bran, gosh, he reversed into the door, the driver's side door, dented it all in. I jumped out and went, Bran, look what you've done. He said, oh, don't worry. He says, we'll get one from Rise Scrapyard. It's still there, ain't there? He said, we'll get one in the morning. I said, go on then. So we went down the scrapyard, was looking round, and as look at it, there was a red Escort in all the exact same colour, but it was just close enough. And I went, Bran, there's one here. So we borrowed some spanners off Ray's, got this door off. It took us ages. It took us about 3 hours to get this door off. We got it off, got it in Bran's big transit van, what he used to have. Drove it to my house, and instead of taking the driver's side off, we took the passenger side off. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. It took us all morning to get that off. So we had to get back and
take the other side off.
Yeah, take the other side off.
Brilliant.
Oh, Bran, do you remember us doing this?
I mean, we were taking off your eyebrows.
I was going to get to that next, so let's hear about these eyebrow stories.
It was a thing that we all went through. I think it was because if I don't know, if down south, if you have your eyebrows missing, but if they're missing, your forehead looks about that big.
Who was the instigator for this? Who was the ringleaders in this?
Probably the twins.
Yeah,
I think the twins.
and the Endowments, definitely.
And then like that Bran and the twins was good. Obviously, close mates because they was closer to each other, sparring partners and training. Yeah. But yeah, they used to wear. They had the twins was terrible. I've been out with many times with the things they've done, and I've been out with them and they've had eggs and they've pulled over and gone, "Do you know where it's bang?" They've just told them and they've been covered in eggs. It's just suffering, just young things what people do.
Did you ever go on any of these flat sparring sessions we've been hearing about? Where you just turn up an empty flat and just...
Oh yeah, we did that.
Whose flat was that? Hey.
I don't know. It was down. I think it was.
I'm
down.
glad I was never invited.
It was down by the twins' house. In all the same street, I think. No, Jubilee Street.
Yeah. And the avenue that goes round the back.
Yeah, and it was an empty masonette or flat, and we were sparring in there, and then. Well, you've got your gloves on and that, haven't they? And then you've got the twins in Bran. Fair play to Macca, he couldn't get him.
Yeah. Or me. Yeah, or me. You're making me evil. I couldn't run. I couldn't run now. I could run. Come here, Kelly, or I'm off.
It was just what we done.
Did you ever get told off at the gym for anything you'd done?
Nah. No, I'll tell a lie I did. This is a story I was thinking about on the way here. This is. I remember I'd done 15 years for Wednesbury, but I can't remember what years it was. I'd done 6 years. We used to train 3 nights, don't we?
Yeah.
I'd done 6 years and I never missed a training session. If you were very well, I'd have. I know I put six years together and never lost one training session. And the end of the season, we used to play football that day, and you could still do a bit of training if you wanted, but most of us would play football outside with rugby or anything like that. And I remember I was still training. I was doing the bag and everything, and all the rest of the lads was playing football, and it was just something to get an hour. And Errol and Terry, because the season's like football. Finishes the end of May, mid-May, and starts the end of September, October, sort of thing. And I remember this now, and Terry and Errol put their arm around me every side and went, "Come out," and they walked me to the gym door. Yeah, they opened the doors and kicked me out. He says, "We don't want to see you back in here till September. Go away and forget about boxing." Yeah, and I said, "What do you mean?" He went, "I said, I'll play football." They said, "No, get away from the gym. You don't want to near the gym. Go away and enjoy what else. There's more to life than boxing. Come back nice and fresh. September, then we'll start again." Yeah. And that's what they've done to me.
How did you feel about that?
I don't know.
Are they pushing me out? Are they helping me? But they're pushing you out, aren't they?
No, I know
they're pushing you out.
I was obsessed with it. I wouldn't go on holiday or nothing. Well, we don't never go on holiday anyway. It's like when say if there's a school trip, you used to get about 2 months now to stay from school.
Yeah, for your parents to pay for it and money.
English or
I was never allowed. I was a little shit.
Oh mate.
Yeah, well, I'd bring the letter, right? I'd bring it back home. I'd go, "Mum, there's a school trip here. You'll be bad." "What's this, 2 months away? You'll be bad." Put it in the bin. I said, "But it's 2 in the bin." It went, and so I'd be like one or. Maybe one other sitting there.
Over there. Who they go?
Waving them off on the couch.
Who they go? I know, well, me.
So we're just going to take one more short break, folks. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with some more amazing stories from AD. And we'll be back for part 4.
Hello, welcome back to Jonah's Boxing Blog, part 4 with us, Eddie and Adrian Houldey. Welcome back.
Right, in this part, folks, one of the reasons why we started this blog and do these interviews was to tell this incredible story of a few lads who live in a small town in the Black Country who all fought for England at the same time while fighting for the same boxing club. We don't know if this has ever been done before. We've been doing our own work and we call for nobody that even comes close to this. So I'll leave these two lads now, tell it in their story.
Go on in, well, actually, right, I'll go on first. Here, it's us, here's me. That's you.
Yeah.
Andrew Lester.
Same script.
And Mark Richards here. So, yeah, go on about AUC.
Well, it was Andy Lester. He lived at the top of the street, which was probably 10 doors from me, which was top end of Booth Road. Coming down a bit, that's where we lived on that dot there. Cross half the road, probably 7 or 8 doors down.
Yeah. Other side of Finger Road here, Bishop Road is where I lived.
Yeah, where you lived.
Yeah.
This is all within a minute's walk.
Yeah.
So that's
each other.
3 lads, all fought for England at the same time from the same club.
And at the same time.
All at the same era.
On the same evening. But we all boxed for England when we was in the gym at the same
And then
time.
we had Macca Richards.
Yeah.
Who was another 2-minute walk from you.
Yeah. If that.
Who also boxed.
You don't believe how many boxers we had in this small area. Do you want to know some of the other lads who live local?
Yeah, go on, right. It was your family, wasn't it?
Yeah, my cousins, they boxed for Wednesbury.
Lived here.
That would be Brian, Ada and...
Brian, Isa and John, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them are the Nelson boys.
Yeah.
And then...
He lives just up there, the top of Johnson Road.
Yeah. Gazza lives there. Good boxer. Grassy. Anybody else box on that estate there?
Alex there, Paul Alexander. He did Booth Road, your first house.
Yeah.
I'd one fight, you didn't say? I'd one fight.
Alex fought as well, did Alex have a few fights for Wednesbury? He wasn't not for England though, but he fought for Wednesbury. He only lived on the corner there.
Alex, Alex Paul. Yeah, he had
Boxed
one
on that
fight.
Warsaw Wood show, that massive
The trophy was this big, and you never seen him in the gym again, did you?
No.
You never seen him in the gym again. Absolutely, just like went.
We will put this picture on the Facebook page, folks, so everybody can get a look at it. And it's just amazing how so many lads all fought for one club off, one estate. How many fought for Wednesbury at the same time then, or from a small estate? I bet everybody at Fire Park and...
Oh, in the gym.
Oh, was it just 4 of you who fought for England from that club at that area?
No.
Darren did.
Darren fought for England. As it was us in the gym, there wasn't any of us, but after us we had people like Jimmy Gordy fought for England, didn't he?
Yeah.
But that was after us, wasn't it? That was a year after us.
Yeah.
But at that time, actually, when I was in the gym, there was just me, you, Andy, Macca, and Ledo.
Yeah.
But actually, right, like say, you just come out to here, like so, like Ledo's house is probably just about here, eh?
Yeah.
It's ain't too far away. But at the time when I boxed for England, you had 4 of us who actually fought for England. But it's like having 4 of you fight for like England in the gym. That's like hard enough to find 8. Yeah. But I mean, like 3 of you live in the same road, and then the 1 of you living just off back here. That's it hasn't ever been done. Well, this
is one of the questions we're asking.
Yeah, it's a question we're asking. Has anybody else ever done this before?
So what we want to know is 3 lads, 1 street, all fought for England.
Yeah.
Or Wales, or Scotland, or Ireland.
Yeah.
So just want to see if it's done national across the UK, lads.
Yeah.
And obviously Britain. It's an amazing achievement, obviously. Have you still got your England shirt, Phil?
I have not. No. I have not. If it's anywhere like it's at our mum's house, but like I don't think it's there. No.
So if there's 1 lad we can get on here today, please, Mr. Lester, come and give us an interview. Even if all 3 of you together.
He's going to fill in the blue dot.
Yeah.
And then we get an interview with us, and Andrew, and Mark. All together.
Everybody wants to hear the story. So it'd be amazing just to get the 3 of you together. So we're on about Aid's story at the minute. So any other good memories you had, Aid, when you was all together? Any pranks you used to do on each other? Any bit of laughs and What did you used to get up to when in between fights?
I mean, like me and Bran used to spar, and it was. I mean, like Bran had got, a good few stone on me.
Heavyweight, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that the spars was
Open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was open, wasn't it?
Yeah, I used to bite him.
Yeah.
I used to bite his ear.
Brilliant.
He bite mine as well, though. So Dave really man. I won't bite him now because.
Yeah.
But we would bite each other, me and Bran would. But it was was just being in the gym. It was the people you met outside the gym as well.
Yeah.
Other clubs.
Yeah.
Other coaches. I mean, there's other clubs you were keen on in all the coach. But to be fair, the majority of all the kids we met are the coaches.
And the coach, Joey Wood was a great coach, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Jimmy Windmill.
Yeah. I don't think we'd come across.
It was Brownie Hills now.
Oh, maybe it was Dennis. I can't think of his last name.
We used to get there every Sunday, didn't we? Remember? When at Brownie Hills gym.
Yeah.
Every Sunday we used to get out to train.
Yeah.
Every Sunday. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And did you obviously you fought a lot of inter schools as well, like inter clubs, so like Warsaw, Dudley, Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
Was you friends with some of them other fighters from other schools?
Yeah,
we was, wasn't
clubs
we?
at that stage. And you'd all have
you
to
made some
teach
like in
them.
the championships as well, didn't you? Like say, like if I went through and like I went through, you mean like you got us who have gone through here from Wednesbury, but there's other lads who have come through the Midlands and that.
So you'd see each other from last season, then you'd see the next season, and so, even though you all probably punched out to each other in the ring, you was all one big friends and circle anyway.
Same as when if you went on an England squad or Midland squad, there'd be somebody you know really well.
Yeah.
Who you probably boxed.
Yeah.
Won or lost.
Yeah.
And because he was from your area, you'd sort of link up with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was just some of your best achievements, your greatest achievements, your fondest memories you think made it all worthwhile, obviously in your amateur days, your England days? Is there anything that really stood out for you?
Obviously it's like winning your first national title, but when you box for England and
It's pinnacle, isn't it?
yeah, and your national anthems, played, it's for you. It's ain't for nobody on television like you're watching.
You've watched like the football and all that, and you're growing up and that.
When that national anthem played for you, there's no other feeling. It's like a goosebumps now, like
Proud moments.
Do you mean it's like I've looked at it like of all of the boxers in the country, I got picked.
Yeah.
Ages later, you think, I got picked. Oh God,
Well,
I got picked. There's like thousands.
You
There's
got
thousands in my
reason, and there's an old saying: only the best got the best.
Best got the best. That's
Yeah.
right.
Only the best got the best.
Only the best got the best. Oh,
Yeah, only the best got the best. Yeah.
And how many bests did you have, Phil?
One.
One. And how many years did you fight for England?
I had two.
So, one for each year?
No, I boxed for England twice.
Oh, just two fights?
Yeah.
And the same best?
I would do best.
No, you get one every time.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Do you mean it's what I said earlier? It's like with the England cap.
Yeah.
You're in the England cap again for
So you
football.
get, like
You
you
get
get,
best and you keep it.
you get
It's ain't just that as well. It's the training kit they give you as well.
Yeah.
tracksuit,
Adidas and all that there. Was
Yeah.
it?
So then they give you them, and then you can wear them in your own club when you come back.
Yeah.
Did you have to get your own gloves and like egg guard and all that? Was no egg guard.
Yeah, we didn't have it, guys, did we?
No, we don't.
Is that still pre-egg guards?
I've done about 10 years without head guard, and about the last 5 years I've done with,
Yeah.
which I couldn't stand.
That was horrible, wasn't it?
I've seen people getting disqualified because they fit properly.
Did it ever spin on you or move?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. Moved down here and we have your eyes and everything, wasn't it?
I've seen them in the ABAs and that. They've had about 3 warnings because the coach must not have obviously got a fitted one that fitted properly, and so it would be twisting, covering the eyes and that. And I've seen people getting disqualified. ABA finals and semi-finals.
Yeah, terrible.
You think the safety levels stepped up as you come through?
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, no pads in the gloves from when you first started, to equipment getting a bit better.
It's I think the head guards killed it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't look head guards.
I fought combat with head guards. You fought with head guards as well, Phil?
Yeah, I did as I went back at the age of 25 and I had 9 amateur fights. I think with the guards, I couldn't stand them.
No.
Absolutely couldn't stand them.
I mean, you're sparring them, you know, not all the while, but like, if you went on the squads,
I don't like an endurance, I think, because they develop fall into your eye vision and things like that, and you're constantly, and you've been doing that, man.
I don't look.
Did you ever have any injuries, like through boxing or anything like that, or not self-inflicted ones after out of the ring? But did you have any through boxing?
Only when I turned pro.
Only when you turned pro.
Was it hands?
Cuts.
No, it was good cuts.
We'll get to the pro in a minute because that's another good part of Adrian's life. But back in the amateurs, right, you've had so many fights now, and how was your feeling towards the end? Obviously, you was aiming at going pro now, and you're confident. How did you feel about yourself then?
I had a setback for a few years, and to be honest, when I could, it was 3-year break I had
Out of boxing before you come back
before
from
I
boxing.
could turn pro. Yeah, so I'll be honest, the younger while there.
Did you have any more amateur fights before you jumped back onto the pro after your small
Yeah.
break?
Yeah, I had a few. Yeah, I had a few.
Was that for Wednesday still Wednesday?
Yeah, I only boxed at Wednesday.
And
Well, you boxed for the best.
Yeah.
how did you get on after a 3-year break? Still have that hunger and fire, or
Not really. I was boxing at heavier weights than I should have been. I was still winning and you know, beating some good opponents. But the break, they don't.
They up.
No, they don't.
Do you think it was because of the age and that as well, Aid?
Yeah.
Like age when you're already got involved in going out and you're meeting girls and etc.
Working.
You're getting older and you've got to go scaffolding all day, and then you got to get to the gym and your mates and get to the pub. You know what I mean?
Dedication is the age, you mean like you are, but say when you was like a kid, you're doing what you said you had to say to you, go on.
I wouldn't lose a day's training because I do see why people get obsessed with any sport.
Yeah.
But I was obsessed. I couldn't lose a night because I'd got in my head, all my fitness had be gone.
Yeah.
So if I were in the gym, I'd have to be running. Yeah. I'd have to. I couldn't.
Did you keep yourself fit in that 3 years out the gym? Was you still doing a bit of circuit training, a bit of shadow boxing, or did you just totally sort of let it slide for a little bit?
Yeah, it went, to be fair. I'd got other things to worry about.
Yeah. What sort of age was you when you come back into the boxing?
I was about, I was early, about 24.
About 24?
I think, something like that. Yeah, 25.
How heavy would you say you was then?
Well, I boxed in the ABAs at light heavy.
Oh, tell me, so it's quite a big lad.
For a while, I was in condition. I boxed a couple of good lads. Danny Norton, I boxed him. I beat him quite comfortable. But I was in condition. But I did get in condition when I turned pro for a bit, like, but I don't like a pro game. Yeah. No.
And
not for me. I'd rather punch for the trophy than punch for money.
Was there any money involved in that first league? Was like money starting to like? As you see, like the people on the telly, you think I'm going to go pro now.
Bradley. Yeah. I saw me Bradley.
Yeah.
Was you ever inspired by the people on the telly? Obviously, you've seen them earning money and fighting for like world titles, and you've got a lot like McGuigan's on telly back then, and quite a few famous people.
Yeah, you got a lot of money, but when you make it, you don't think like the money is.
No, because like say I used to get 20 quid, and I was happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, it was like
how many bags of suck?
No, pro games, I don't know. It was for me.
Well, we're just coming up to the end of part 4 here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for one last chapter with Aid, and then we'll see you all in a couple of minutes, folks.
Hello, welcome back. Yes, to part 5 of Jonah's boxing blog with me, Jonah.
Me, Eddie Morris, and Big Adrian Houldey. Well, we've gone through Eddie's career now. Right interesting career, some brilliant, interesting stories. Now, right, Aid, what age did you turn pro?
I think I was about
Mid-20s, 24, 25?
no, mid-20s, yeah.
Do you know how many fights you had back in your first season, pro?
I think I had 5 in the first, four or something like in the first season.
Do you remember who you fought?
Yeah. I mentioned in my last interview, all the rounds and sparring and fights I've done amateur, and I never really got touched. First pro fight, first round, 30 seconds, cut, 6 stitches.
After 130 fights amateur, you never got nothing with all the egg clashes as kids, and then you're going to get one yet.
Nothing at
And
all.
we get one of your first pro fights.
First pro fight, within 30 seconds, I'd got a cut. I got through the fight and won the fight. And then I won the next and the next and again. The other eye, 6 stitches again in the other eye.
Is that the cut there, right there? Where you can see it in the corner of the eye? No, there.
I think it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. I'd had like 130 amateurs, how many rounds of sparring, thousands of rounds of sparring, and never got touched. And 3 pro fights, 2 cuts.
How? Was it?
Just punches.
Egg clash or punch?
Punches. And then I'm trying to, I was at the first time, I was up with Garla Baps and all the lads in there, and you're trying to
Impress, yeah.
And you've got to get in your stitches, and they've got to put that needle in, and you're making sure no one's looking because you've shit yourself really. And Decker Williams was looking after us, like, and I was trying to act hard, and and the stitches is in, so you couldn't box then. For another couple of months. Yeah. Till that.
That's wait for its wheel. Did you still train now? Still get?
Yeah. Still.
Once you have a cut as well, though, like on the eyes,
Yeah.
you won't get in trouble. Any cuts on the eyes, like anywhere around the eye. Yeah.
Did you have to sell a lot of tickets for your pro fight?
Yeah. I've always been able to sell tickets, but there was a lot more than £3.
Yeah.
Our shows was £3.
How much was it when you obviously turned pro? How much would it be for a ticket now? 10, 15 quid back then, I suppose?
Amateur.
No pro,
pro
That
now.
would be about
20, 25 quid.
Yeah, be about, I don't know, probably 15, 10.
Yeah.
I think we're talking.
Oh yeah, we're talking
late 90s. Late 90s.
So you're probably looking at between 10 and 15.
15 quid, yeah.
But from £3, jump up to that.
Yeah.
It's but you've got to sort of
Audience is like more, like on your age and older as well.
Do you remember what you got paid for your first 3 pro fights?
About £500, I think. Because I could sell a few tickets, and that's a lot.
Did you get paid more the more tickets you sold, or was it just a flat pay? You got to sell a certain amount of tickets, or you can't get on the show, sort of thing? Was
the best shows was Sky. Box on Sky, and the money was
good money there.
Was good money, yeah.
Did you have any fights on Sky, Ed?
Yeah, I had 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
2 or 3, yeah.
Do you remember who you fought back then?
Yeah, the first time I was on, I think it was Box Dean Ashton. I think it might have been the second time I was on, I can't remember. But as I mentioned in my first interview, drove all the way to Ipswich. It was a 3.5 hour. It was a Friday night, so we got the traffic as well. We got there for about 6 o'clock, and I was first on Sky. Within 10 minutes, I was in the ring.
Yeah.
After a 3.5 hour drive.
Exhaustion as well. Yeah.
He was waiting on the step for me. Hold it, yeah. Get him. You're on Sky. You've got to get to the schedule. So I was on fair, so before I knew it, I was
in the ring.
Yeah.
Did you win?
No, we laboured to Dean beat me. But I done 8 twos, and it was good money, like.
Great memories.
Yeah.
Was it a lot tougher then? I bet you thought, oh wow.
Way tougher.
It's a pro fight now. Do you mean, you wouldn't even go into 8-2s, was your first one? Like 4?
Was it 4 or 6 rounds now, eh?
Yeah. I've done 8-2s.
Yeah.
8-2s.
But it's way different. It's slower, and the kids way when you was amateur, when you could stop up the walk through.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've gone through the same training. Probably some of them box for the same amount of years as you. Some of them probably come from championships as well.
Men that you've gone from fighting boys
and
really,
teenagers
to men.
And it definitely sorted the men from the boys. Yeah. How many pro fights did you have altogether, 8?
10, I think.
And how many did you win?
5.
Oh, that's not bad, 5 and 5.
No.
Did you draw any?
No.
Just either win or you lose them.
Yeah.
And
a couple of that was for you. I cut, wasn't I? So
yeah, but I think I got cut twice. I think. But I was, like I say, I'd rather a box for the trophy than money. I loved
the trophies.
I loved me amateur days.
And the buzz of it, yeah.
I loved it. The pro days. I don't like it. It was not because it was tougher, but it was fun.
Do you think you had it a lot tougher back then to like fighters nowadays? Obviously, everybody's got top of the range gyms, top of the range equipment. Do you think like it's a lot tougher back for you guys then, as it is for now? If you were to go into your career now, do you think it'd be a lot easier?
Yeah, it's a bit like footballing. Look at the pitches they play on there.
Yeah.
The balls they use, the equipment they use. It's just at the time, eh? The time that's your era.
Basically. Yeah.
I mean, to be a professional footballer or top boxing or any sport, the money is fantastic now. Yeah. Back in the day, you were the best.
Would you go back?
Boxing wasn't like do you mean it's like now? Maybe it's on every weekend, don't you?
Yeah.
Boxing's on all the time. Yeah, when we was younger, you'd have like title fights every it's like every few months, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It'd be like title fights was on. It was.
And you'd be boxing on telly a lot more back then, wouldn't there? Like now, it's like 3-4 months before you get a big fight. Obviously, there's a lot of internet sites now that show local shows, and even BCB now can get straight. I mean, if there's a local show now, they all stream it, and it's all on telly now for everyone. So not a lot of people have actually got to go to watch people box now. You can watch it from home, where you couldn't do that a lot back then. So it has all changed the way it's gone forward in that.
It has all changed. It's like I hear different
it's money, though.
stories.
It's just money, isn't it? Money.
Oh, it's definitely money now. Big money in boxing now.
And I hear different stories about you've got opponent Googling their opponents.
Yeah.
Obviously you can watch opponents' videos and that there, and you can see what the fighter was like. And
that's for me, and I've heard stories where they've turned the fight down.
Yeah.
Because of the kids a bit tasty.
Yeah.
We don't care who.
No.
But honestly,
I never cared like to watch ever.
I was always like tall, slim. I like a baby face really.
Yeah.
I was like very hairy and that. You got like Andy Lester at 11. He's
like Sasquatch.
Yeah, he'd got a beard and everything. But he don't bother me. I used to like box.
You can tell it's not really.
You know, you think that wouldn't mean one bit, not one bit.
A boxing, wouldn't you, Ed?
Yeah,
just a boxing.
Just keep away. And
would you go back and do it all again if you had a chance?
Yeah,
that'd me.
Yeah.
They'd
be.
Where would you like to start? Back at the amateur, straight from the age of 10 and start it all again and think, right, this time I'm going to do it different. I'm going to be a social media superstar.
I would get back to my amateur days as if the amateur boxing was still the same.
Yeah. If you could all go back to then, yeah.
I know it's all changed now. You got all these different bouts and championships and that.
Novices and things like that. It's like we don't get that.
You've got white collar. You've got
novices.
8 weeks training and you can go and fight in a fight now. You've got proper ABA boxing clubs. You've got fitness boxing clubs who just like do it for keep everybody fit. But there is, if anybody wants to get into boxing, obviously come and speak to somebody like Phil or Aid, and they can actually point you in the right direction. But anything you want to say, any dedications as we're coming towards the end, any great memories you just want to thank anybody for?
Yeah, just like Wednesday for giving us, you know,
that opportunity, like to
Big shout out to Errol and the trainers. You know?
yeah. It was.
Errol Johnson was a good trainer, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was a good trainer.
we should get him on here.
He won't come on. He says, "Yeah, we've already asked him," and he
Yeah.
says, he says, "I hate the camera." He said, "I hate the camera."
I
But
know.
yeah, you never see him when he's like bone shows, do you?
No,
Like,
he's
when
got,
he's always got his cap on
Face
there,
covered,
like,
isn't he?
hiding his face, isn't he? But I'll tell you who we ought to get on is his old man.
yeah.
It's Terry.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if we can get him on,
I can tell you probably do.
yeah, and I do as well. As well.
So if any of you trainers from Wednesday ABC are watching this, want to come on and give us a few minutes of your time and tell a few stories, grass some of these lads up for some of the wrongs doing they used to do, you're more than welcome. Get in touch with me, Jonah, or Aid.
And it's a shout out. This is for Andrew Leicester. We are coming for you. You are going to get on here.
Right, we're coming towards the end of the interview. Is there anybody you'd like to dedicate this to, Aid, or anything?
Yeah, to my grandson, Leighton, who I very well at the minute. So it's for you, mate.
Yes, Leighton, to you, mate.
And to Leighton. Get well soon, little man. Right, folks. One of the other things we're doing this for as well is to get the lads, all the young lads, into boxing. Gang culture's obviously taking off on our towns and everywhere, all across the UK, to be fair. And we try to encourage parents to get the kids into boxing and keep them off the streets if we can.
Drop the noise and pick up the gloves, When is it? Drop the noise, pick up the gloves.
And that's what we're pushing it for. And also, we want to get some great memories out there, what everybody did. But if we can help a couple of people, a couple of young lads, or even one, make it go out and think, yeah, I'm going to box. I've listened to some of these stories.
I want to get off the streets.
I want to get off the streets. And that's part of the reason why we're doing it.
Yeah.
Plus to get the story out for Wednesbury, being a small little town, obviously in the Black Country. We just want to get everybody's story out there. There's a lot of you other fighters who haven't come to us yet. You all box for Wednesbury. Well, come on, lads. Get your name down our list. Get yourself booked in. And let's get you on Jonah's boxing blog for everybody to hear your story. In a couple of minutes, we're going to be having a short break. I'm just sneaking off for a point, but don't tell the others. So I just want to thank Aid for coming along today.
Thank you very much,
Without Aid and all you lads, we want to get this possible. So, and a big shout to all the lads who box for Wednesbury, the Black Country, West Midlands, and the whole of the UK. And we want some of you Welsh lads on as well. So, some of you Welsh lads who fought against the UK lads for the Midlands.
Yeah.
Come on, man, if you want to be part of this, or do us a podcast and send it over to us. And we know you've got some amazing stories as well to tell about fighting some of the Black Country lads. So let's keep this podcast going and see you all very soon.
Thank you very much.
Big thank you from everybody on our side, and a big thank you
and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, as Phil said. And don't forget to add comments onto our Facebook. If you've got any pictures, any clippings, cuttings, please don't be scared to send them over. We'll bang everybody on the blog. Don't matter whether we had 1 fight, 10 fights, 1,000 fights. You're all part of Wednesday's boxing history. Until we speak to you all soon, good night, big love all.
Good night.